This is 5 must-have accessories for any Canon EOS R camera. The first must-have accessory has made my shooting life so much better, and that's having a hand strap. This is the JJC hand strap, and I think it's so much better by having a neck strap because it reduces the amount of restrictions that actually take place when you are shooting. You can get so many more angles when you are shooting. For example, if you actually want to get really low to the ground, you're not like hunched over and the neck strap's not restricting you if you want to get literally right onto the ground. Neck straps are really good as well, obviously for certain situations, but I think by having a hand strap, it just allows for way more freedom when you are going out shooting. The second must-have accessory I think for the EOS R systems is actually the Canon EOS R EF to RF adapter. Now I'm so happy I've brought this adapter because now I can have access to all Canon's EF lenses throughout the years, and also all the Sigmas and other third-party manufacturing lenses. Literally all you do is put the EF lens on the front bit here, and then you attach this bit to your camera, and that's literally the only added length on the actual lens itself. So it's not a crazy big length either, and don't worry because it absolutely works seamlessly with any EF lens. So there's no autofocus delay, there's no lag or anything. It literally works like you're using the lens natively. People say Sony's a better choice to have in 2022 than Canon because they have all of the E-mount lenses available to them throughout the years. And okay, it's a lot better than having to buy one of these because it is coming in quite expensive at around £100 for it. But I look at it as an investment because what would you rather do? Spend £100 on this, which can make you buy so many used lenses over the years for a lot cheaper price, or having to buy some of the newer RF lenses that you might not be able to afford. So just by spending £100 on this will potentially allow you to spend way less down the road on lenses that you can find used or something, because there's so much more to offer with the Sigma and Canon EF lenses down the line. Without this bit of kit, I wouldn't have been able to afford a 70-200 lens because the RF versions are just way too expensive. Because of this, I've managed to get a 12-year-old 70-200 lens on eBay used for a decent price as well. So this is why I think this is a must-have accessory, because if there's like a macro lens, for example, Canon's brand new RF macro lens is like £1,300. If you buy this, you might be able to get one used, like an old one or a Sigma one, for way less price, maybe even like £1,000 cheaper. So just by buying this adapter, you can get lenses way cheaper, and you'll be able to actually get access to way more lenses than if you was just not to have this and only go for the R mount. They also do different versions of this adapter as well. So obviously you've got the basic one that I have here for about £100. Obviously you can just put the other EF lenses onto your camera. And then they've also got another one with a control ring. And the most expensive one I do, they have the control ring on it as well, and it also has a built-in filter system. Now this is absolutely amazing because basically what you do, you change the filters from the actual adapter mount, so you don't have to put them on the front of the camera obviously, or you can have one on the front of the lens, and then obviously you can put one here, so you can either have like an ND here, and then you can also have like a Pro Mist one on the lens. Now obviously the one thing with that is it's coming in at a whopping £500 nearly, so way too pricey for my budget. That's why I've only got the basic one, which is all I need really, and probably all you need. I'll leave the link in the description below for all 3 of these adapters, as well as every other product that I actually mentioned in today's video as well. And that brings me on to my next point, is the third must-have accessory for the Canon EOS R cameras, and that's just filters itself. Filters are probably the most impactful and important accessories you can get for your camera. So I'd say if you're going to get one accessory on this thing, it's going to be invest in amazing filters, because they really can make a difference to all your photos and videos. A filter that I've got here is an ND filter, and an ND filter is amazing for so many different things, such as if you're a video shooter and you want to get that cinematic shallow depth of field in the background when using 30, 24 or even 60 frames per second. Obviously when you're out in bright sunlight conditions, that's going to be way too much light, and it's basically just going to be pure white on your screen. This is where the ND filter comes into play. So this is why I think these are must-have accessories for this system, because especially if you're a video shooter and you do want to get them cinematic videos, then an ND filter is going to allow you to do that. You've also got other filters such as polarizers and Pro Mist filters, which also make a huge impact on your photos and videos, and I actually will do a deep dive and a full video on filters in the future on my channel, so make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss that video in the future. Anyway, that brings me on to the fourth must-have accessory for the EOS R systems, and that's actually the BGE22 and the BGR10 battery grips for the Canon EOS R, R6 and R5. I've made a full review on this battery grip, the BGE22. If you want to go and check that out, I will link it here, and I'll also link it at the end of the video as well, so make sure you do click on that so you don't miss that review. The reason why this battery grip is so good, because obviously you have extra battery life. It's awesome for vertical shooting because it really reduces the amount of stress on your arm when you are shooting vertical instead of your arm being up here, and also you've got the actual buttons on the back of the grip as well, so you're not missing out any of the shutter button, the aperture or anything, so you can do all your settings and everything from this grip itself. If you're a portrait or sports photographer and you love shooting vertically, then this is a must-have accessory for any system. Alright, and so the fifth must-have accessory for the Canon EOS R systems is actually a quick release plate system. Now basically, if you leave this on your camera at all times, granted it doesn't block the battery door, it's going to make life so much easier when you are mounting it to different tripods, mini tripods or gimbals, because literally all you do, take your camera and then you just slide it in place. So there's no unscrewing or screwing up the little plates onto the camera every single time you want to change tripod or gimbal or anything like that. It's just there constant in quick release plate, and you're there ready to go, so there's no waiting around. Well then, if you've made it to this far into the video, I'd like to say thank you very much, and in return I'll actually give you a bonus must-have accessory for the EOS R systems. Comment below if you have made it this far, and the bonus accessory is screen protectors. Screen protectors I think are such an important way to protect your camera, because obviously throughout the years, if you plan on using it for so long, and I'm planning on using mine for years to come, and I'm sure it's going to go through some batterings along the way. So if I ever drop it or scratch it or anything like that, I do want to protect my camera. So I've got screen protectors on the actual front and the top LCD screens of my actual camera itself, just to protect it, because if I do scratch it, and I'm really hoping that they do work, is that all I can do is replace the screen protector and the actual screen on it is going to be fine. So obviously this also helps if you want to sell the camera down the line as well, because if you have a big massive crack or a scratch on the actual screens itself, then obviously that's going to really lower the value of your camera. So if you do want to resell it, buying what, a couple pounds, £10 maybe, something like that for screen protectors, not even that, £6-8, just to protect your camera for your use, and if you want to sell it as well down the line as well. I'll leave every single product that I've mentioned in today's video in the description below, so if you do want to go buy and make sure you check them links out. But anyway, that's the end of the video. If you did enjoy and found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe to see more videos like this in the future. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video. See you later.